Right guys, so it's the Callaway. This is the Big Bertha Alpha 816 Fairway wood this time. So it's the different fairway wood to the Big Bertha, great Big Bertha. You can check that out on my channel now, the review of that should be up. We've got adjustable weights on this one where there's a heavy weight, a 16 gram weight, and a 3 gram weight. And depending where you put those weights in comparison to each other, will either give you forgiveness and high launch, or low spin, slightly less forgiveness. So we've got the 16 one that I've currently got at the back, and the 3 gram at the front. When it's in its back position, you're offering lots of stability. So with that 16 at the back, if off-centered hits happen, when off-centered hits happen, the weight can give a little bit of stability. It's in a protective place, it's going to give a bit of stability. The advantage of that as well, with the weight being back, central gravity goes back and the ball starts to go up in the air a lot easier. I've got it in that setting because I think that's just a very good 3-wood. I'm not trying to replace a driver setting. It's a 3-wood as a 3-wood. It's high launching, getting it down there, getting it in play, hitting greens, hitting fairways. So for me, that weight being in the back is key. If you want it to be a 3-wood to go a long way, maybe more off a tee replacement, stick the weight in the front and you would get a lower ball flight, lower spin, and you should hit the ball longer. We might test that, we'll see how we get on. I've got this in 14 degrees. You can go up by 2 and go down by 1. Or you can go up by 1 and up by 2 and down by 1. I like the look of this head again. I think the look of this, the Alpha range, is just really smart. Black head, no alignment tool, and black face. I think it looks awesome. Very low profile still. I've got this in the dealer shaft this time. I've got this in the Rogue dealer shaft. Stiff flex still. Let's give this a hit. That's off a little tiny tee. Just a small tee. Look at that fly. Oh, wow. Oh, behave. That's huge. I seem to be personally hitting the Alpha range a little bit further than I do the Big Bertha range. That was monstrous. And this is in its not lowest spin setting. This is in its supposed to be high launch, well, not high spin, but forgiving setting. I'm just killing those Alphas. Yeah, love it. I wouldn't change the setting of that because I wouldn't want it particularly going any longer than that. Otherwise, I'm starting to get too close to my driver. I've been encroaching on my driver distances. A different sound to the Great Big Bertha. The Great Big Bertha had more of a ping, like a titanium ping. Well, this seems a little bit deader in noise. Now, when you take those weights out, you can see clearly inside the head. It's all hollow. You see all the way inside the head. And then once you put those weights in, obviously that boxes that all up. Whether that weighting system can change the noise, the acoustics of the shot, I just like it. I like the look of it. I think that's the big thing. Let's hit off the deck, because that's a true test for me. 3-wood off the deck. Let's get it in GC2 so it can see it. See, I like that launch. I've just pushed it a touch, but off the deck, off the floor, for me, that's a big plus. Because I want that big high ball flight going into par 4s or par 5s. Didn't hit it great. Let's go one more. Maybe not quite as forgiving as the Big Bertha, the Great Big Bertha. I keep calling it Big Bertha, Big Bertha. That height, love it. Love that height for a 3-wood. And this is 14 degrees, so it's not even super lofted. But the 16 gram being at the back. Should we switch it? Let's switch it. So a couple of quick turns. We can have the weights out. So we've got 3 gram, which is tiny. You can't even really see it probably on the camera. And the 16 gram, which is deeper inside. Let me get this round. There we go. A little bit deeper. I'm going to stick that in the front. I'm going to stick the 3 in the back. Let's just hit 1 just as a comparison. Let's just see what it does compared to when the weight was at the back. Probably do a little bit more of a finer test on this at some point. Let's go off the tee. So I think well, I'll have a look at, I knew the shot that I hit really well off the tee a minute ago. Let's try and replicate that same golf shot, but the weight's different this time. Oh, it's a different flight completely. Look how much lower it is. how much longer it is. Let's have a look. Let's see if the numbers are actually there to back that evidence up as well. Okay. So, all the shots up on screen there. Club head speed, really fast. I'm sure it's just 3 woods. Because of the smaller head, you can just get it travelling. You can get it flying 130 miles per hour club head speed. Go ball speed 158. Notice the last shot. That was when the weight was further forward. Ball speed went up to 161. Bear that in mind. Looking along the column, spin rates fluctuate a little bit depending on strike there. Let's see the really good one. I hit the really good one. The second shot. Okay. Now figures don't lie. 2,115 spin rate. That's not in its lowest spin setting. We go to the bottom one, the spin rate was 2,800. So for me, it actually spun up a little bit more. But the big thing that was different was the launch angle. So the second shot, 14.7, compared to the last shot, 12.1. And the last shot with the weight forward travelled a little bit, well, 1 yard further. But it was that flight. Do you see the difference on the screen? The flight was so much lower on flight. I'm not sure if that makes a jot of difference, really. But I'm sure more testing would identify that. I'll do another test with the 3 wood, with a lot of shots with the weight forward, a lot of shots with the weight back, and then bash the figures together, see if there's much of a difference. Guys, let us know what you think about the new extended Callaway family. Black stripes go on the Alpha, silver stripes on the Great Big Bertha, silver stripes, silver face, I suppose that's an easy way to think about it. Let us know what you think. Do you think these are clubs that you might want to test? Do you think you might want to try these things? Do you use Callaway golf clubs? And if so, do you feel these are infringing on what they've maybe already brought out this year? Let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Guys, as always, please do subscribe by clicking the big button down here in the corner. Check me out on social media, and we shall see you all soon. Hopefully you've checked out all the driver reviews, all the fairway reviews, and give you a better idea of what these clubs could possibly do for yourself. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And keep watching videos. Subscribe. Peace out. Bye-bye. I'll go with bye. Bye.